Most 3-in-1 Apple charging stations overpromise on specs and underdeliver on trust. Wrong pick? Wasted money. I'll expose the flaw even the top-rated one hides. These days, every 3-in-1 Apple charging station claims to do it all. Most don't. The rule I use: trust the star rating, backed by real owner volume, not the spec sheet. A flashy watt number means nothing if buyers keep returning it. That's the filter. 5 stations made the cut. Let's find your match. At $49.99, the Key Pro opens with a bold claim. Qi2 certified 25 watts, foldable, includes a 23-watt USB-C charger and cable in the box. That is a genuinely strong spec sheet. Real owners mostly agree. 4.4 stars across over 3,000 reviews. But here is the catch. AirPod alignment is inconsistent. Miss the pad by a millimeter and your AirPods wake up dead. Some buyers also hit quality control issues right out of the box. Buy with a solid return window. Good for iPhone first households. But if you want fewer alignment headaches, the next one tightens that up considerably. At $17.96, the UO 2 leads with a blue ambient light ring and a 15-watt fast charge claim. Sounds good. Here's the catch. Real owners consistently report slower than advertised charging speeds. The light is a vibe. The watts on your screen tell a different story. It does cover all 3 devices and carries a 12-month warranty, which at this price is genuinely useful. But you're buying ambience with a charging station attached, not the other way around. If the glow matters to you, fine. If throughput matters more, spend slightly higher. It didn't earn its spec sheet, not quite. At $23.99, the QKXC claims it charges your iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods Pro all at once. Broad promise for a budget price. So does it hold up? Mostly. Over 13,000 owners have weighed in and the rating lands at 4.4 stars. That is real volume, real signal. iPhone and Apple Watch users consistently report solid, reliable results. But here's the catch. AirPods Pro charging is genuinely inconsistent. Some units charge the case, some do not. 4-star reviewers flag it specifically. So before you buy, know this: it is a strong 2-device charger with an unreliable 3rd slot. If your AirPods are secondary, fine. If they are the whole point, spend slightly higher, and because the next pick comes with Qi2 certification and a folding design that actually travels. Now the white version of that same GetPause, also at $18.95, and here is where it gets interesting. Nearly 40,000 reviews. That is not a fluke. Most buyers are happy. But does volume equal performance? Not automatically. After 2 weeks of testing, the charging itself is reliable across 20-plus Apple devices, iPhone, Watch, AirPods, all 3 simultaneously. That part works. The problem is documentation. There is a foreign object detection alarm built in, which sounds great until it fires randomly and nobody can explain why, because the manual does not cover it. For a safety feature, that is a gap that should embarrass GetPause. If you never trigger it, you will never notice. Casual home users who just want affordable simultaneous charging and do not mind learning by trial, this is your pick. But if charging transparency matters, the next option pushes further on both output and clarity. And here's the one that actually surprised me. The GetPause Black, at $15.30, carries the exact same 3-in-1 simultaneous charging capability and the same broad compatibility. iPhone 8 through 16 Pro Max, Apple Watch Series 2 through Ultra, AirPods 2 through 4 Pro, same specs as options costing twice as much. So does it deliver? 39,601 reviews say mostly yes. 4.2 stars across. That many real owners is not luck. That is a signal. The manual LED toggle is a genuinely useful touch. Kill the light at night without unplugging anything. One real gap: the FOD alarm feature is built in, but the documentation barely explains what it does. You will figure it out, but you should not have to. Still, at this price, with this many owners backing it, this is the most evidence-backed pick in the lineup. So where does that leave you? The Key Pro folds flat and travels. That is its lane. The UO2 buys you ambient light and adjustability, nothing more. The QKXC is a capable mid-tier charger with a clean track record. Both GetPause options sit at the top. More owners, stronger ratings, real-world reliability, tight budget, light use. The QKXC. Want the most evidence-backed charging station for Apple devices on this entire list? The GetPause #1, it earned that spot. Skip the UO2 if ambient lighting is your only reason. Skip the Key Pro if you rarely travel. The QKXC earns its place for light budget use, but for daily Apple charging with the largest pool of real owner trust behind it, GetPause #1. That verdict is earned, not assumed. Links are in the description. Which charger did you go with? Drop it below and watch our next comparison before you check out.